The hardest thing I've had to overcome is purely myself and my mind, especially when I was younger. I self-sabotaged myself a whole lot and had to get through that.
What's the hardest thing that you've had to overcome, and has it had an effect on how you think about yourself?
Probably the most difficult thing was getting bullied pretty much freshman year through sophomore year and dealing with labels and not being good enough, and it's definitely made me understand that it's okay that I'm not like everybody else is, and as long as I'm happy with who I am, that's all that matters in the long run.
I was diagnosed with clinical depression about 2 years ago. I wouldn't say that I have quite overcome it, but I get better every day and it affects my life every day.
Switching schools my freshman year. Once I switched schools, I went through kind of a phase of just being sad all the time, and yeah.
What does true beauty mean to you?
True beauty means to me that, for one, you have to have a good personality, because you can be so pretty on the outside, but on the inside, it's not all there. So then it doesn't really matter like how you look. It's more of who you are at the end.
To me, true beauty is all about what's on the inside. If you're a good person and how you treat others and how you wish you would be treated, you treat people with the same respect.
True beauty is being kind to others and trying your best to be the best person you can be.
For me personally, like inside me, I feel like it's when I truly accept how I am and I'm fine with it, and I'm not actually like constantly thinking about, oh, I wish this could be better. Like that's when I find my own true beauty.
To me, true beauty is loving yourself no matter what and no matter what others think of you.
All right, and then talk to me about how the pandemic has affected your high school years. Has it had an effect on your emotional or mental well-being?
My high school years, I've really only had a freshman year because sophomore started and now I'm a junior. Feels like everything's changing, and it's definitely affected my mental well-being because it's hard for me to, I'm a social person, so I like talking and being around people, so this has been really hard.
It definitely did have an effect on me emotionally and physically. It kind of was sad that I couldn't see my friends as often, and that I was stuck at home, and that kind of just mentally drained me because I had no one to talk to.
Yeah, it's definitely had an effect on my emotional being. It feels like I've been stuck in my house for 5 million years with nothing to do.
My dad passed away about 4 years around this time, so that was a really traumatic event for me and my family, and that was probably the hardest thing I had to overcome.
It's probably some kids picking on me and put me through a little bit of a rough patch, but I got through it.
The hardest thing I've had to overcome overall, I think high school. It's difficult and it's been really hard during the pandemic, and it's just having to get through this is a lot.
Probably just learning to love myself and accept myself for who I am.
The hardest thing that I've had to overcome is my parents' divorce, but it's made me the person that I am today.
The hardest thing I've ever had to overcome is my uncle dying and my cat dying the same week.
Probably my anxiety, because I get anxious about just school and sports, and it really kind of degrades my personality sometimes, and I feel like I'm not good enough.
What does true beauty mean to you? It means like what's on the inside more than what's on the outside, like your personality or your heart.
For me, true beauty is how you can bring out someone else's beauty and like make them feel good about themselves and putting their needs before your own.
True beauty to me is being beautiful on the inside. Like you can be so pretty, but your insides are just horrible, like you're rude. Like true beauty is being pretty, like on the inside.
To me, true beauty is really about personality and how much you give to the people around you.
True beauty is being yourself and always just living by what you think is right.
To me, true beauty is embracing your flaws and not being afraid to show who you are, no matter who's watching.
What's the hardest thing that you've had to overcome, and has it had an effect on how you feel about yourself?
My suicide attempt, just not long ago, and then just going through everything else, putting myself back up.
I tried to commit suicide back in September, and it really has made it hard to look at myself
But then it's also made it easier and better because I see how far I've come through that time, and I'm a lot better now, and I feel a lot better.
The hardest thing I probably have to overcome is my anxiety and depression. It is really hard.
The hardest thing I've had to overcome is moving schools.
True beauty to me means that you're beautiful on the inside, and that just shows a lot more than how you look and how you appear to other people, because your personality just means so much more.
True beauty is more than on the outside. It's more like on the inside. If a person has like a kind heart, I feel like it makes them even more beautiful if they're, have a good heart and they truly care about people, if that makes sense. Yep.
To me, true beauty is accepting yourself for who you are.
What's the hardest thing that you've had to overcome, and has it had an effect on how you feel about yourself?
I have really bad anxiety, and I haven't really overcome it yet, but I'm working on it. And when I go to school, every day I'm scared that I might have to talk in front of the class, so it's kind of hard.
The hardest thing I've ever had to overcome was probably my parents' divorce, and I think it changed the way I look at things. I am enough.
I am enough. I am enough. I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.